about all that.
Well, it's funny because I think we're like the last generation where social media didn't exist because
Yes.
like I was in college when we got Facebook in like 2004, I want to say. And then we kind of had MySpace around the same time and stuff like that. So when I was in my younger years, actually, when I put my videos on YouTube, I would also put my songs and stuff on MySpace, and I was able to grow that way. So for me, social media has always been like a great tool to use if you're going to market the things you're trying to do to make money. Anything outside of that, it's kind of like, what is the purpose? Like you're putting up stuff to show family and friends, you can FaceTime them. They don't, you ain't got to be publicly put it out there on a platform, people to see your
Right.
personal thoughts about stuff. But now a lot of it just seems like theater. Like anytime I see somebody on YouTube or I see somebody like TikTok or Instagram and they got a video where they're crying about something, I just think to myself, they had to take 5 minutes to set up that camera and the lighting to be able to cry like this all of a sudden. Like it just seems very fake. So I think if social media is being used in the right way, people can use it to make money. They can use it to advertise their music, their movie projects. They can use it to, like, if they're trying to be a lifestyle influencer, fine. Talk about the things you buy, the things that you're making to try to sell. I think it's very, very good for that. I think outside of that, I mean, and there's an entertainment portion also, but it does make us lazy. Like at the end of the day, us sitting there scrolling all the time, it takes us away from our purpose and it takes us away from being able to actually create. You know, I mean, even I'm a YouTube fan still. There are days where I have to be like, look, dude, you got to get off YouTube and make a video, record a song, because it really does slow down that process for people. And I think it's designed to do that. I think it's designed to keep us lazy so the people at large that are making all this money can keep making the money and not have to share it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's one of the things I complain about the most with social media is you have basically a duopoly of advertising where Facebook and Google control 97% of advertising in the United States.
Yep.
And quite frankly, there's those of us who actually make the content on which their platforms rely, are absolutely frozen out. Facebook, was supposed to share its advertising revenue with news providers in Australia, and instead of paying the money, they just decided to no longer show news in Australia,
Oh
which I
yeah.
thought was rather disingenuous. And I've always said you have two choices, Facebook. You can either A, give us back our audiences so that we can get them to click and get ad revenue, or you can give us a share of the money. But you have to choose. You
Yeah.
cannot keep basically exploiting us forever and ever just because for stuff to get seen, but you're making all the money. And it's the sad thing is those discussions never seem to ever quite go anywhere.